Welcome back to the advanced course of Master the Piano. We're at lesson 6. I'm your tutor Isabel. Hi. And today we'll be doing the A major contrary motion scale, which means we start hands together starting in the center, moving out, coming back in. We'll also be taking a look at the traditional Irish song, the Galway Piper. So stick with us and I'll see you soon. Okay, so here we are at lesson 6. The first thing we're going to do is warm up with the A major contrary scale. Now we've already learnt A major similar from lesson 4 when we were doing the Arabian dance. As a quick review, let's have a look at the A major. We start with our thumb in the right hand on A, and it has C sharp, F sharp and G sharp next to each other, and go back down. 3 goes across. Okay, for the contrary, the left hand has to go backwards, remember, just like the other contrary scales. So take your thumb and share it on the same A with the right hand. Now from here, the first black key will actually be the G sharp. The second will actually be the F sharp. So what we're going to have to do is go A, G sharp, F sharp, take your thumb and pivot under so that it sits on the E, D, C sharp, B, A. And come back up. B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. So that's the left hand. Let's try doing that together. Start sharing the A. Left hand has the black G sharp. Now both hands will have the sharp side, F sharp and C sharp on both third fingers. Take both thumbs, slide under. Right hand has a D, left hand has the E, E and D. Now both have the black keys again, F sharp and C sharp. Right hand has the extra G sharp, back down to the A. G sharp, 2 black keys, E, D, D, E. Both black keys on number 3. Left hand has the extra, and the 1. Let's try that again. Thumbs go down on A. Left hand has the G sharp. Both get the black keys. Take it under with your thumbs. Number 2s, both 3s get the black key. Number 4 in the right has the extra. 5 goes down. 4 in the right hand has the extra. Both black keys. 2s, 1s, 3 slide up and onto the black keys. Left hand has the G sharp and on the A's. At speed it should sound a little bit more fluent and a little bit faster. That's what we're hoping to get. Okay, don't worry if you can't get that straight away, it does take time. Let's take a look at the song, the Galway Piper. So before we play anything, let's have a look at it. So we know it's going to be in the key of something which has 2 sharps. I see F sharp and I see C sharp. Remember, count up the stave, so go from the bottom to the top for both treble and bass. So the right hand will be every good boy deserves food. Left hand will be good boys deserve food always. Those are for the lines. For the spaces, the right hand has face, the left hand has all cows eat grass. So just by having a look at the music, let's have a look. We start off with our left hand playing. We use the 5th finger on the D, good boys deserve, that's the D, and then your thumb will be placed on the A, which is the top line note there. These notes are semi-briefs. We have to hold them for 4 counts, and they're accented as well, which means you want to play them with a little bit more force. Having said that, it is going to be at mezzo forte, so don't play it too loud. We don't want anybody blasting out the windows or anything. So let's try this for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and for the next bar, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then what we see is we play the same notes, but the value of the notes has been altered. Instead of being worth 4 counts, these notes now have a tail on the left hand side going down, and that means that they are worth 2 counts because they're minims. So we have to count 1, 2, 3, 4. Next bar, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I put that much of the introduction together, it will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You may have noticed I got softer towards the end. That's because of the decrescendo sign. Now what I'm going to do is take a look at the next 2 bars of music. This now uses the right hand, so I'm going to take my thumb and put it on the D. I'm going to take my 3rd finger and put it onto the F sharp, because remember D major uses F sharp, so it's easier if I get my hands aligned. Now the left hand will also need an F sharp because we've changed. We no longer use the A through the top line. We now use F, which is actually F sharp because of the key signature. So if we see an F sharp at the beginning with the key signature, it means all the Fs will now be F sharps. So that's my starting position, D, E, F sharp, G, A, just like the D major scale. The right hand's going to play D, F sharp, D, F sharp, D, F sharp, G, F, E, D. Let's try that again. D, F sharp, D, F sharp, D, F sharp, G, F sharp, E, D. You would have noticed that the G, F sharp, E, D, they're quavers and they're slurred, so that means keep them smooth as we run in. The left hand just plays a staccato beat of D and F sharp on the first and third beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, off, 2, 3, and so on. Let's try that much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4 up. That sounded pretty good. Let's try it again. Now what's going to happen is I'm going to cross my second finger up to the C sharp in the right hand and use my thumb on the A. Now take your fifth finger and put it onto the F sharp so it runs down. You would have noticed that it sounds pretty similar to what we just played. In fact, it is the exact same. What we did is a sequence. We played the similar intervals, or the same intervals, but we just transposed it from the D down to the C. So we transposed it down a semitone. Let's try that section again from the C sharp and the A. 2 on C sharp, thumb on A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And back to D, F sharp, and D. Now we have something different. Put your thumb on the A, thumb on middle C, fifth finger on A for 2 counts. 1, 2. Now the right hand plays G, F sharp, E, D. Cross your second finger up to the C sharp. Put your thumb on the A, D, F sharp, 2, 4. Let's try that much from the beginning up to there. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Cross. That sounded very smooth. It's one long section. There are no natural breaks in the music. That's because the next natural break is there. What we want to do now is move our left hand down so that the fifth finger sits on the D 1 octave below. So from where your hand is now, go 8 notes down to the D below and take your thumb and put it on the A. Likewise, the right hand from being on the D here, you want that to go 1 octave higher. So now you should see 2 Ds in the center that you want playing. So here we go. Left hand, D and A, and when you hold that down, keep it down for 8 counts because it's tied from the first to the second bar on the third system. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, if we follow the music, we take our thumb up 1 octave to the A, 1, 2, 3, off for the 4th beat. Then we take our third finger on F sharp, fifth finger on D. 1, 2, 3, 4. The right hand has something completely different to play. Take your fifth finger, put it 1 octave above middle D. So where middle C is, go to the D, jump up 8 notes. We play D, C sharp, B, A, G. Cross your second finger up to the F sharp, and again. Thumb on E. Let's try that again. I'm going to hold down the left hand more this time so you can actually see and hear what it will sound like properly. F sharp, G, A, and again. D, C sharp, F sharp, A, E, and again. Right hand moves down to this low A. E takes that A. Now we've got to go back to the repeat sign. So on the music you'll see a thick line with a thin line and 2 dots facing in. We've now got to go back to that section. So on your music it should be on the 5th bar with the MP sign, the mezzo piano sign, where we first started with the D and the left hand. So where the right hand entered. down the octave, right hand goes up. Be a bit louder here. Number 1 and look at number 2. So after the repeat sign, we're going to play on the third bar of the last line where it has the second on the A. So the main things that you'd have to work on for this piece, apart from getting the notation right and getting your hand positions right, is to be very, very aware of where the repeat signs are and what they are. So the repeat signs are thick lines next to thin lines, and they have dots facing inwards. So anything that is within the 2 dots you have to repeat. That's why they're called repeat signs. But then they tell you to go back to that repeat sign and then skip section 1 and then continue on to section 2. So we'd have to play from, I don't know if you can see this very clearly, but I'll try. So we'd play the introduction. We would play from here across, all across, all across, all across. Then from here jump back up and then play the same thing until we get to there, then we stop and then we take the last ending. So I hope that makes it a little bit clearer for you, but just keep trying. I'll play it one more time just so you know what it sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. I hope you enjoyed that lesson. I'll see you again soon. Hi, well that was the Galway Piper. I hope you liked it as much as I do. That is a traditional Irish drinking song, so that might explain why I like it. But anyway, keep playing it, and I hope the repeat signs don't confuse you too much. Listen to what you heard and see if you can follow the music based on what you can hear. Hopefully that'll make things a little bit clearer. In the meantime, keep practicing, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.